All right, so today we are going over how to perform a proper kettlebell swing. The kettlebell swing is a great strength exercise, an endurance exercise, but also a power exercise. It biases the posterior chain, so your glutes, your hamstrings, your spinal erectors, to propel a weight between your legs, kind of swinging back and forth. And so essentially the movement looks like this. So you are repetitively doing this movement. It can be done with a light weight, it can be done with a heavy weight for a certain amount of given reps. So some faults that you might see with this are people will tend to do more of a squatting type motion. So it's essentially too squatty of a kettlebell swing. And so it looks something like this, where they're getting an excessive amount of knee bend. And that is using more of the arms as the driver of the exercise. What we want to focus on is hinging or breaking at the hips a little bit more, and a more forward torso angle where we're going to use more of our hips and our hamstrings to propel and snap the hips forwards. So now our bigger muscles, our glutes and hamstrings, are propelling the weight forwards instead of using our arms like this. So what the motion should look like is something like this. Snapping the hips forwards, weight coming up to about shoulder height, a little knee bend at the bottom of the motion. So the bottom of the motion is essentially like the bottom position of an RDL or a banded pull through. Band being anchored between your legs, somewhere behind you, where it's pulling your hands down in between your legs. And so the bottom position of your kettlebell swing should look something like this, instead of like this, where it's going to be more of a squatty type motion. Your ending position is like this, so that more forward trunk lean, slight knee bend. You're going to be using more of your glutes, more your hamstrings, a much safer, a much more effective kettlebell swing.